Well, alright, I think Tink a little more star sprinkles and then we can make this world brighter. Alright, Rainbow. Oh, who are you? Oh, well, I'm He-Man, I'm the overling of the world in this starway, in this world. And I'm Rainbow Bright. And I'm Twink. Tink. I'm Twink. Yeah, Tink. Yeah, Twink. I'm Twink. Well, good to meet both of you, Twink and, Rainbow Bright. So what brings you to my world? Bringing cast, beauty, brightness into your world. I know you're a Hanna-Barbera Glee self, which also makes you a Warner Brothers Discovery self, which makes you an Advanced Publishing's or Higher Filleting self. You got that right. So you're entrusted with the world, with the world's cast and beauty and brightness. Yes, He-Man, I am entrusted with the world, with all worlds' beauty and cast and brightness. Not only my world, Rainbow Land, but the Earth and every other world and every starway there is and every other world there is. Well, that's, to be entrusted with that, I just want to know, do you have any foes in your world? Folks that you always have to war against or fight against? With me, it's Skeletor. Yes, I got foes just like Skeletor. I had to fight someone named the King of Shadows to even get the Rainbow Strap, to free the cast kids, the free Starlight, to bring cast and beauty and brightness into Rainbow Land. And I still warring with, or I did war with, Merkwell, Dismal, and Lurky, and also the Dark Alderling. So yes, I do have folks that I war against. Well, no matter what world you're in, Rainbow, there's always going to be those who want to fight against the light. Oh yeah, Twink. I'm Twink. Tink. Is it Twink? Yeah, Twink. Yeah. Well, Twink said that's true, He-Man. There's always going to be those who want to fight against the light, the brightness, the cast, the beauty. And at one time, I did have a cast. I wasn't always white. At one time, I believe my eye was brown in the beginning, until one day the King of Shadows, one day the King of Shadows and Merkwell Dismal threw me in the holes, and I lost all my cast. And that's when I became white. But this was a long, long time ago, before Wisp over here, now known as Rainbow Bright, befriended me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Tinkle, Twink, Twinkle. I'm sorry to hear that, Twink. It's really sad when there are folks in this world that have to do wrong instead of doing right, doing evil instead of doing good. Yes, that is true, He-Man. But as you know, He-Man, mankind and womankind all have free will to choose to do good or to choose to do evil. And sometimes we don't know, sometimes can't always know what is good and what is evil until afterwards. We're all sinners, We all fallen low. We can never meet God's standard when it comes to being sinless or flawless. But we don't have to, because through God and through Jesus, our sins are atoned for and cleaned away. So even though we might have fallen, God and Jesus are always there to pick us up. You know you're right, Rainbow Bright. You're right about that. You know, bringing cast into the world, beauty, cast, brightness. Sorry, I kept saying over again. You know, to bring that into the world, that is a wonderful gift to be entrusted to you. And it is all right if I ask you who entrusted you with it. It was God and Jesus that entrusted me with that. And He-Man, who entrusted you with your sword? Well, I believe it was God and Jesus too who entrusted me with the sword, you know. So, it's good meeting you, Rainbow Bright. From a Hanna-Barbera Glee self to a Hallmark self. Well, I'm also a Deep Glee self too. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah. Well, it's good seeing you, He-Man. And you're always welcome to Rainbow Land if you ever want to stop by. You know, Tink says. Well, thank you, Tink. Yes, you're always welcome in Rainbow Land, He-Man. You know. Well, I'll leave you both to doing your business. Godspeed. Well, that was us talking with He-Man, a Hanna-Barbera Glee self. You know, me, a Hallmark self. But really, if you stop to think of it, He-Man is not only a Hanna-Barbera Glee self, but he's also a Warner Brothers Discovery self. He's also Advanced Publishing's or higher filleting self, too. And I'm not only a Hallmark and business self, but I'm also a Deep Glee self. Since it was Deke that made my first drawing show many years ago. Well, if you want to watch the film that we made yesterday over here when I talked with Stormy about why Stormy was behaving as if she wasn't getting any on-look for being a weather worker. And yeah, well, don't forget, have a rainbow day.